everybody, and welcome back if you're returning to the channel. If you're new, my name is Linda Williams. You're so very welcome to be here today to receive your guidance from the spirit realm. So these readings are brought through to you every 3 to 4 days. They are channeled through from the spirit realm, giving you guidance on whatever it is that's going on our planet and in your lives. So my name is Linda Williams. I am from Australia and I love to hear where you're from. We're just coming into autumn. So today it was a bit chilly this morning. But autumn and spring are always the best time of the year on our planet, aren't they? And many of you are probably going into spring, aren't you, if you're in Europe and so on. So that's a lovely time as well. And so I love to hear where you are from. And I will always respond to you. I love your comments. And I look forward to hearing from you because you are all very, very special to us. And so, as you know, everybody, we always ask Spirit for some guidance from the gods, the angels, gods, and goddesses deck with one card, one message that says so much. It's an amazing deck. And so I'm going to ask now for Spirit to step in and to join us and choose. And we have a lady guide who she runs this hand, my left side, and she chooses the cards. And we have a look at this card at the end of the reading. Just one there. We don't look at it until the reading is done. And then it's amazing how it resonates with what's already happened. And then, of course, we have our tarot deck, and we have also we have this tarot deck too, which is a little bit different. It's the same, but a bit different. It has different photos and things like that, but they're both tarot. And we're going to ask now. We're going to ask, please, for some guidance. What is it that you'd like to talk to us about, please? What's the main energy of today, of this messages for today? The main energy, the main subject. Thank you. Okay, unity. Okay, so this is the Hierophant of the deck. We have the Lovers, which is another major arcana. And we have Renewal. Wonderful. This is wow, this is three major arcanas. Wow. The top one, thank you. Okay, so want me to take the top one. And it wants me to take the bottom one, but also cut the deck once more. Okay. So we're going to, no, we've got Justice. Wow, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas here. How interesting. Okay. Let's have a look and see what Spirit wants to say to us. Well, the Hierophant is very much a card of blessings. And so, the Spirit is saying you are being blessed and guided. Have the confidence to honor yourself. You are being blessed and guided. Please have the confidence to honor yourself. And so you could be in a situation at the moment where you need to trust your intuition and know that Spirit is trying to connect to you through your gut instincts and your feelings at this time. The Hierophant is very much also about our viewpoints in life, our traditions. The way we put it is the way that we have been programmed. And there are many of us that have been going through some big changes lately with the eclipses. Also that, Mercury in retrograde being amongst those eclipses, we've all been through some stuff this year already when it comes to energy and changes and experiences, let's put it that way. And so I feel many of us are starting to have a debate with ourselves, is how Spirit is putting it. Maybe we need to have a debate with ourselves on what is it really what is the truth really about what I need to be doing? What do I need to be doing with my life? And I think but a lot of us are reevaluating some of the things and how we're going about things. And so, if you're a little bit uncertain about which way to go at the moment, maybe, there is a way of looking into that through the guidance of someone. I mean, if you're going through a situation in your work, for example, where you're a little bit uncertain about which way to go, what path to take, then maybe this could be a good time for you to discuss that and to look at your options and or look at other options that could be open to you at this initial stage. But this is very much a time to look at the way we are looking at things, or the way we have been brought up to believe, what we have been brought up to believe in, because this could be a time where you're questioning that. So some of you could be questioning that, not all of you, but some of you, because remember, this is a general reading. Many of the messages that come through today with each card, many will resonate with you. Others may not, but that's for the others that are watching. And so this is for a general, for the collective that join us. So let's have a little look at, when we get the Lovers card, we always assume that it's about a loving relationship, but it's not always. Sometimes it's just about relationships. Sometimes it's also about our health. Because this card is ruled by Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Raphael represents our relationships with other people, and also it also represents our health. So this is the time now to start looking after yourself and bringing back your health into a positive. Start working on building yourself up into that healthy, a happy person that you have been in the past and that you want to be in the future. So this is the time now, a really good time to start making some really positive changes when it comes to your health. And you can get help with that. You may decide to join an organization. You may decide to go on a program that somebody else has put together and get the support and the help you need to actually make big changes in your health. This is also a time to weigh things up. So the Lovers is very much about weighing something up. Sometimes it can be about people having conversations. Maybe you as a couple, that this could be, you could be in a very good relationship, a healthy, intimate relationship where you're both weighing a lot of things up. You're talking about your health. You're talking about making changes in your diet and your lifestyle. You're going to take up walking or whatever. And this would be a really good time to do that, because look, next to it, we do have, see that couple there? So we have two cards here with two people, family, because this one here has holding a baby. So we have there seems to be a lot going on around you at the moment when it comes to making big changes in your relationships. And okay, for some of you, it will be intimate. It will be of your family, or your loved one, and maybe your spouse and children and so on. This could be a very good time to start making some very positive changes. And there are some of you out there that need to do that. Spirit is saying this is a time now for you to make some change when it comes around your diet. So it's always a touchy subject, but Spirit's going to bring it up, because Spirit is, the universe out there, all those people out there that watch over us and guide us. They are witnessing some pretty bad stuff going on our planet when it comes to food and the toxins that are in the food that we eat. And so they are saying today, they don't usually talk about things like this, but Spirit's taken the opportunity to talk to some of you today. Not all of you. Some of you are probably very conscious of eating very healthy, but some of you may not. And maybe this could be a good time, do you think, to start to make some positive change. And from my own experience, everybody, I don't believe in yo-yo dieting, but I do believe that there needs to be some form of balance in our life to keep us healthy. And sometimes what we need to do is we need to decide how we're going to go about that. If you feel you need to go to your doctor even and get some advice, and get, maybe he'll put you onto a nutritionist, a dietitian, or whatever, to help you to make some very positive changes when it comes to your health. Okay, your health. I'm also getting the word detox. My guide is just mentioning the word detox, and I want you to. What he wants to say to us here is, he said, this is not just about food that I want to talk to you about. He's saying that we need to also detox ourselves from a lot of, for the mental stress and strife. We need mental clarity to stay healthy physically as well, because our mindset affects our physical. There's no doubt about that. Mind, body, soul is very real. And if you are somebody who is really struggling at the moment with some mental issues, what I mean by that is if you've got family who are unwell and you're mentally worried or worrying and fretting out, things like that, that's what we mean. You could also be making yourself tired because you can't sleep because of that. And so you are physically also struggling because of the worry of the mind. And it's not always easy to know how to handle that. But the best thing you can do for yourself if you're going through mental stress, worry, anything like that, is to make sure that you actually keep your diet healthy so that you feed your mind in a healthy way. It's so very important. The old saying, what we are, we are what we eat, it is very, very true. And it's the same with what we drink. And so if you're going through a lot of stress and strife, worry, so on, drink lots of very clean water. We filter ours. We have a filter that has 7 layers. We don't, Barry and I don't drink out of a tap. If I go to a restaurant and I get a glass of water, I smell it first. And if it smells funny, I don't drink it. I won't drink it because I don't trust what's in the taps, the pipes. And so that's just my belief system. It's only, I'll just say it's only my belief system, our belief system, my husband and I. But drink lots of healthy water, clean water, and that will keep if you get a headache, if you start to get a headache, ask yourself, well, when was the last time I had a drink of water? And I'm not talking cups of tea or coffee, because coffee can give you a headache. I'm talking about water. If you start to get a headache, or when was the last time I had some water? Oh, it's been a while. Have a big glass of water and your headache will go. And while you're drinking that glass of water, you say to yourself, while you're drinking it, you say, this will prevent me from getting a headache, and that headache won't come, because mind, body, soul, you're talking to yourself as well. It's very important. So we've also got here a time of reviewing things, looking at things. This is all about a favorable, making favorable choices. This is the time to move forward now. So when we look at this card, if you have a look at this card, the angel is standing there. The couple are standing in a nice little pool of calm, clear, clean water. And the angel has the storm behind her. So she's been protecting you, looking after you. The angels are watching over you. And you can have faith and trust that the angels are protecting you and are looking after you. And so they're saying to you, this is now a time for you to, not to be afraid to move in a new direction. It could be time for you to do that. Make sure you review everything. Make sure you evaluate it all. Make sure you're happy with that. If you need to get some help or advice from somebody, by all means do so. But this is very much a time to make decisions. And I feel that many of you are doing this with others with you in mind as well as. This could be you making some changes around your career as well, your work. Maybe you need to detox from, if you haven't been in a happy environment, maybe you need to look at the things from a different angle, and maybe you just not need to make a move from that as well. If you are in a toxic environment, then and it's not healthy for you, when it comes to the good health card and the um, relationship card, if you're in a bad environment and it just affects you mentally, it affects you physically as well, because you get upset in the stomach, you get nervous, you get uptight, then maybe this is the time, because if the planets are now moving forward, everyone, we are in a positive time. This is the middle of April, end of April. So because we are in under the umbrella, some very positive times ahead of us now, this could also be a time for you to make some changes when it comes to anything and everything in your life that you need to move away from, because it's not doing you any good physically. You know it's not doing you any good mentally. This could be the time now to allow Spirit to guide you, trust your intuition, and follow your gut instinct. We have the Justice card as well, but that came with the last card, so we'll talk about what came next, which is this is about you being told not to give up. This is the Nine of Wands. This is Spirit saying, do not give up. Protect that which you have already created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So this is the time for you now to protect that which you have put together in your life so far. Protect that relationship. Protect that intimate relationship. Protect that friendship. Protect that career. Protect that business. This is a time for you. Do not give up, because you're just about there. Some of you are just about there. You're ready to turn the corner, and you're just about to turn the corner. So this could be a time where you're feeling, oh God, it's been so difficult. It's been so hard. I'm not really quite sure. I feel as though I'm nearly there, but I'm really not quite sure. Spirit is saying you are nearly there. Please don't give up. If you are carrying some burdens, if you are going through some difficulty at the moment, you are nearly at the end of the road. You're just about. Things are just about overnight. Spirit is saying overnight things can change, and so be prepared for that, and just hang in there. Will you please hang in? Don't give up. Protect everything that you have. Don't allow any negativity to come in. Don't allow any toxic environments, people, situations, or whatever into your life either. Because if you invite that in, if you take on other people's toxic problems and issues, it affects your life in the same way, and it can change your life for the worse. So this is the time to protect everything you have, look after yourself, look after your health, look after your family, and just hang in there, because the best is yet to come, is the words of Spirit. The best is yet to come. Okay. So we also have the you have the Seven of Swords. And so the swords are not a negative card. It depends on what's around them. And this is sitting in the marks of good stuff. And so this is just saying that this could be time for you to review things. Now, we do have the Justice card. So this makes sense, because we've got the Seven of Swords, which is about plans that need to be reviewed or revision. But we also have this a fair and just decision. So some of you could be going through some things that maybe there's more going on than meets the eye. So just be careful of that, won't you? Protect that which you've got, protect that which you've built, and just be aware that there could be some things going on. So just be aware of that, and don't allow anything to go down that wrong path. Don't allow anything or anyone to throw you off course, is what Spirit is saying to you here. There's more going on than meets the eye. And I'm sure many of you feel that. I think you are feeling it, aren't you? You're feeling that. And so again, we're being brought back to this Hierophant, which the Hierophant is a card of, looking for advice, looking for help, and getting help from Spirit, from the spirit realm. It's also about viewpoints and methods and traditional ways of doing things, but it's very much about seeking out like-minded friends, and also mentors and guidance. So if you're going through anything that that you feel there could be some things going on, you're not really 100% sure, a solicitor, you might be best to go, if you need to talk to a solicitor or a legal advisor or whatever. This could be a time to do that. Make sure that you are protected, because you want to protect everything that you've got here. You want to protect what you've built. So if you're going through a legal situation where you need to do that, this is be very, very aware that my guide is just saying, the devil card could be around. So the devil card is all about things going on in the background. Maybe some of you are going through a situation where you need to stay sharp, stay really sharp when it comes to your mind. Trust what your thoughts, trust what you feel is, think about things, review things, go over it, allow yourself to look into things and go over things, and talk to people who can give you some guidance, so that you do protect what you've got. And you can start this journey. We do have a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. We have a fair and just decision. So some of you are going through some things as that that you need to do what's right. You need to stand up for your beliefs. You need to protect that which you've got. You mustn't give up. You must stand up for your beliefs, and you must do what you know is right in this situation, and review things. Make sure that there could be more than meets the eye going on around you, and so be cautious. And we have to sometimes be careful about who we trust, don't we? It's not very nice to have to think like that, but it's a fact, it's truth. And so, as long as you are speaking your truth, as long as you are standing up for yourself in this situation, then the spirit knows that the universe will support and guide you in every aspect. So some of you could be going through something like that too. Okay, let's just see what else the Spirit wants to give us. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, yeah. So we have it again. So it's a double up. And so when we get double ups, when we get double ups, we know that this is a very important subject, and Spirit is emphasizing the importance of you making sure that nobody rips you off, making sure that there aren't things being done behind your back. And so, and also this, when I look at this card, it's not the nicest looking card in the deck, but when I look at it, I see somebody who is taking his ideas with him, but running away, moving away from the stress and strife, protecting what he's built. Look how he's hanging on to that. He's protecting his ideas. Protect that which you have created, protecting that which is important. Looking after your health. The first card, looking after your health, taking time out. You need to move away from drama. You need to move away from deception. You need to move away from betrayal. You need to move away from that. Leave all of those situations behind you. Run like crazy, and take some time out if it has affected you in any negative way. Take some time out and think about things. Mull over things and think about things. Take the time to think about things. Oh, we got the Tower. Think things over, review things. This is not a time to rush in like crazy. This is the time, this is the time now. And we've got the Justice card again. Thank you. We got it again. Those of you who are in a legal situation, this is a just and fair decision. This is weighing things up. So we've got that again. We've got a double up, and they're emphasizing, do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. A just and fair decision is about to come into fruition. So we've got really, if somebody's ripped you off or whatever, you're fighting for something, then you need to keep fighting and not to give up. And we have the Tower. And the Tower is, it's about having been through a difficult time. The Tower is very much about things sometimes crumbling around us. It can the tower is just about, look at the bottom of the tower. It's falling apart. It's crumbling, and this can sometimes be things that are in our life. It can be our business. It can be our relationships. It can be many things, and yet what comes of it? What comes of it is a just and fair decision. But then what follows is a new beginning and a fresh start. Finally, things come to an end. The Tower is about things you've been through a difficult time, but finally, now at last, things are coming to an end. And when there's nothing more can happen now. It's got to a stage where the Tower's fallen. It's all dust, nothing more. It's gone. And that's all that difficulty gone. It's finally come to an end. And now I can bring into my life a whole new beginning. I can move forward in a whole new direction. For some of you, this could be a few people, a couple of you, a few people of you and your partner, your loved ones have been through all this difficulty. This can also be your health, where you've been going through some terrible times, and it's been a hard road. But now, finally, you may get you may get a message from the doctors or the surgeon or whatever that you've finally beaten it, and now you can move forward. You've been through this difficulty, you've had your treatments, and now you can move forward. And it has been difficult. It hasn't been easy. But this is a card of opportunity. This is a card saying that we acknowledge, Spirit says, we acknowledge you've been through some difficult stuff. It hasn't been easy. Things didn't go the way you'd hoped. This could be a relationship. This could be your health. This could be a business. Could be many things. But look at the two cups behind him. They're full. They're full of hope. They're full of opportunity. They're for the future. And so you pick them up, put them under your arm, walk that white bridge, and build your dream. But get on that path and build that dream so that you eventually reach your castle. That's the story of this card. And so do not give up. Do not give up. Do not lose hope. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Look how courageous she looks. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? And she's got that dragon there. Look at the dragon. She's very strong, powerful energy that says, I will never give up. I'm never going to give up. I'm just going to keep plodding along. And I've gotten this far. I've been through so much, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. And yep, an end to difficulty. An end to difficulty. And so this is finally, this is very much like the not the tower, I'm trying to think of the death card. This is very much like the death card in many ways. And so this is all about, at last, he's not dead, he's just, at last, this is what he's been through. It's been difficult. So some of you have we've been through some difficult times. It hasn't been easy. And yet the sun is about to rise. Look, that's the sun rising. And this is now you moving forward. And whatever this is, if you've been going through a legal situation, if you've been going through health, if you've been going through anything that's been really, really hard, this is acknowledging your journey, but saying to you, the most important card here, I feel, even though it's not a major arcana, is the one I keep being drawn back to everyone, is don't give up. This is not the time to throw the towel in. This is the time to really know that you're about to turn the corner. Things are about to change for the better. And many times in our lives, we can go through terrible times and we think they're never going to come to an end. And then all of a sudden, boom. And the tower is the card of reflection. The future of you looking back at this. In the future, you're going to look back at this time in your life now, this date, whatever's been going on, the last weeks, months, whatever, even years maybe. This says to you, you're going to look back and say, you know what? I'm so glad that I just hung in there. I'm so glad that I didn't give up, because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's the message that's how my guides and I have always interpreted the tower. That's how my guides interpret the tower. So let's have a look, everybody, at what else Spirit's given you. Has this resonated with you so far? If it has, would you like to subscribe to the channel so that you receive these messages every 3 to 4 days from Spirit? And give us a like today, because that does help our channel. We do ask for your support, and we appreciate it. We appreciate your support that you do give us. And I always, I love to hear from you, because I always reply to my comments every morning. I go on and I reply to the comments. So, because it's important, because you go out of your way to actually, in your busy life, to make a comment. And so it's really wonderful that you do that, and I do appreciate it. And the angels, gods, and goddesses deck has given us today, for all of us, the angel of the universe. And this is all about our thinking. This is us putting our thoughts out into the universe and creating what it is we really want. So listen to what this is all about. It's a very interesting card. And so Spirit is saying to you, by choosing this card, you are being guided by the angels to look at your life and work from a broader, more universal perspective. So look at everything in your life, your life in general and also your career and so on. The angels congratulate you for all you have done to date to serve and help humanity and those around you. So for those of you who, whatever you've been doing to build your life, whatever you've been doing to support your family, whatever you've been, that which you've created, the universe is congratulating you on your hard efforts and what you've put in so far in your journey on this plane. But it is time now to move on to the next level. So this is, again, moving in a new direction. So they're just reiterating to you it is time now to move in a whole new direction, to move on. There is no need for fear or anxiety because the angels will be guiding you. You are simply being encouraged to think a little bigger. Okay, start to imagine yourself and your work reaching and touching larger numbers of people without losing any of the integrity of what you do. Okay, imagine all this happening with ease and only in ways that will make you feel comfortable. So you go with the flow and, don't pressure yourself in any way. It takes no more effort to think big than to think small. Well, that's true, isn't it? There's no need to do anything radical at this time. Angels are just saying to you, remember, to a large degree, we create our reality. That's true, we do. By what we think, by about what we dream and what we imagine. And so that's very true, isn't it? We create our abundance and our existence and our future. Simply think a little bigger and ask the angels of the universe to guide you. So ask Spirit to guide you. So, this is what I really want to do. This is, think big, think big. It's okay to think big. They expect it of you in the universe. They want it of you. They want you to think big. You've come here to have an experience where you would accomplish and achieve as much as you can. And the more you achieve and the more you accomplish, the more you will feel good about yourself and the more you will stand in a positive life of abundance. Okay. So we've had quite a few messages today, haven't we, everyone? So it's been interesting. So we bring these to you every 3 or 4 days. Spirit knows what's going on in the planet. Spirit is saying not to take on board a lot of the controversy that's going on at the moment. For those of you in Europe at the moment, for those of you in I've just got Emerald Isle. So I'm not sure what that means, but I'll listen to it. Just give you what Spirit is saying. The Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle. So what my guide is suggesting is that for those of you who in Europe, the Emerald Isle, I'm being shown very heavy rains, heavy rains and flooding. So can you just make sure that you've got yourself or your home in a place of recovery? Is what I'm being given. So just be careful. There could be some really heavy rains coming and maybe some flooding. So get prepared for that. Okay, do whatever you feel you could do to make some positive change to avoid too much damage. And so we are going to be seeing a few more earthquakes. We're also going to see some very unusual weather patterns in Greece as well, in the Greek Isles and things like that. And Spirit is saying, well, you're probably asking, well, why are you saying this? And the reason being is that this is the way Spirit affirms their messages to you. and affirms that when these things take place, it's like, oh, wow, okay, Spirit said that. And so it just helps you to have confidence in the guidance that we give you. And so take care, everyone. Look after yourself. Uh, so we have had a lot of terrible weather here in Australia. You know, we've had some terrible floods. It's as if the world is changing, isn't it? It is, we hear a lot about uh, world changes when it comes to the climate, things like that, and climate change, things like that. And what Spirit is saying is, well, the world, our planet, is going through a lot when it comes to other planets that are out there in the universe. And so it's not always what's going on our planet. We're not always the ones creating the difficulties. What very often can happen is the what we the energies and the interactions that we get with the universal other planets, with the energy and the conflict that we go through when other planets affect us as well. It's not just Earth. There are lots up there, and we've been going through a lot recently, and so that has caused a lot of issues. Like when you get a full moon, you get high tides, don't you, and things like that. So some of the things that have been going on have had a lot to do with the other planets that have been coming through our solar system, and they have been affecting us. So it's not so much about what we're doing on the planet ourselves. This is a beautiful planet, but a lot of the problems that's with our planet is actually the people's energy. It's the energy of the people that walk the planet. And that's where a lot of the problems are coming from. It's not the planet itself. It's the energy that people are putting out there. That's what's causing a lot of the stress and strife and the issues with whatever's going on. And this is the big problem. That the universe and the hierarchy, the masters and the gods and angels, and God and the angels and so on are very concerned about. What Spirit's concerned about um, is the way people have changed, and that's what the biggest problem is. There's not enough love. There's not enough kindness. There's not enough empathy being shown out there. And so, our planet is okay. Earth is safe. Earth is okay. She's a beautiful planet, but Earth is being affected by the people who are walking on her. Very much so. So just remember that. So be wonderful, be kind, put out good love and good prayers, and for our planet, and everything will go okay. So take care, everyone. It's been lovely to be with you today. We look forward to catching up with you again in the future. And in the meantime, you look after yourself. Bye bye for now.